So that concludes scenario 3, and in the next scenario, we'll show how the imaging system can complement your ERP environment. So let's continue on with the presentation. A centralized document repository provides one system to manage not only all of our HR documents, but all of our content. The document repository is a great complement to PeopleSoft, which facilitates flexibility and lots of options. The content repository allows versioning of our documents, provides the ability to expose our documents to other areas such as websites, retention policies, audit features, embedded security, a common single client for redactions and other activities to the image itself. Building standardized processes with workflow across the organization provides consistency, which enables compliance. The result of those standard processes is an optimized efficiency within the workforce. The single point of administration for content is a key point because we have a shared repository across the enterprise. So now our final scenario, scenario 4, which we're going to show some imaging search capabilities. All right, so now what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and log out of the viewer and log into IPM, and we're going to show some of the features of imaging itself. So what we can do now is we're going to show a simple search, and what we can do is we can search, and this is just a simple search that we set up, but we can search by doc type. So the advantage here is we can search, for example, all the I-9 reports. And what that allows us to do is bring up all the I-9 reports for everybody in the system. So we can view all the records at once here. So if we want to view something, we just click on this, and then that brings up the TIFF image. We can email something, we can launch the viewer, we can lock something if potentially we're doing something and we want to keep somebody else out of it. We can update a record, we can download, and one of the nice things is potentially export to Excel. Depending on who I am, I'm going to see the search results set for me. So whatever security I have accessibility to, those are the records that I'm going to see. So as an example, potentially in year end, I want to do an export to Excel. I can get an audit trail for reconciliation back to the ERP, or back to what I have on file. So if we want, as an example, we can bring this up and just show it. And we have all of the metadata information here. We have some specific imaging document ID. We have sticky notes down at the bottom. Again, this is the record. We have the same features and functionality up at the top with the lines, the stamps, redaction, that type of information. We'll go ahead and close that. So let's, as an example, we can go ahead and just do a single record. We want to potentially find a single record. Now this is going to bring up every record for that individual. So just like we could in PeopleSoft, we can view all the documents or images for that particular user. And this really shows us the virtual representation in imaging that's made up of that individual record. And that concludes scenario 4 for the demo. Let's continue on with the presentation for our final slides and our question and answer session. So let's discuss some of the benefits for paper-free HR processes. Ultimately, the end goal is to eliminate all the paper from our HR department and potentially other areas within PeopleSoft or PeopleSoft Financials. Access and scan documents directly from Oracle HCM. Share documents in the employee lifecycle workflows. Store documents in a secure central repository. Mitigate risk with quick response to audits. And leverage one shared infrastructure. As a customer success story, we'd like to talk really quick about Embry-Riddle and how they achieved 180% ROI in 6-month time frame. WebCenter imaging was implemented for HR to reduce the complexity. This included imaging for student records with PeopleSoft Student Administration, Again, 180% ROI in the first 6 months, over $500,000 in annual benefit and cost reduction, reduce storage, transportation, and shipping costs without having to deal with hard copies, and streamline processes for quicker turnaround times through workflow optimization. I'd like to tell you a little bit about EMS. We're a private firm. We were established in 1998 with our headquarters in Tampa, Florida. We have around 115 functional and technical EMS associates. We do specialize in the tech stack and ERP applications. The Intelligent Chaos Division is our dedicated technology practice where we focus on SOA, BPM, IDN, OBI, and our WebCenter suite. EMS Consulting is the dedicated ERP practice with our main focuses on PeopleSoft and e-business. Around 135 total implementations or upgrades. We are a certified gold partner within the technology stack, and we have been awarded the Excellence Award 3 years for our SOA integration solutions. Our two main verticals are higher ed and healthcare industries. We have shown you the benefits and ROI of implementing WebCenter imaging solution to complement your existing ERP implementation. If you have a question, please send us a chat message in the GoToMeeting window, and we'll answer them as they come in. What I'll do now is go ahead and show our contact information. If you do have any questions or any offline things you'd like to ask us, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your attention. We'll turn it over for questions.